We are the North Richmond Storytellers, and we are excited to share the stories of the community. Lifting the voices of our elders and our community is our greatest hope and honor.
The elders shared themes like education, giving back to the community, music, respect, discipline, prayer, and love.
I was born in Alabama. I was raised in Mississippi, and all my family was from Louisiana. You know, I used to run programs out here. In fact, the first program I stayed on there 25 years. Do you know anything about North Richmond? Do you know anything about North Richmond?
Only a little bit, not too much.
Okay. Well, now let me just start telling you about when I got off the train. I was born in 1933, 90-some years ago. I'll be 91 this year. And came here, I came to my uncle's house. And there was no houses out here in North Richmond. North Richmond was not built up. I had my little son with me, and he made his birthday on the train coming out here. So when I got off from here, I was 19 years old. I'm getting ready to make 20 years old.
In 1944, I was 4 when my parents brought me in North Richmond. 3rd Street, and they changed the name to Fred Jackson Way. I always say I lived down by the creek. And we would play when it rained. We were waved in the water. The water would come to our waist.
Familiar with Shields Reed Park? Yes, ma'am. Okay, well, from here, I'll say right here, the Shields Reed Park water was up so high that they had boats. And this was 70-some years ago. They had boats, and they would put people in boats. The water was so high. I had never seen that in the community, unless the rain or something, you know, a storm or something happened.
I worked at UC Berkeley for over 30 years. And working there at UC Berkeley, they gave us a golden handshake to retire. And like I would say in the back of the day, nobody retires at the age of 50.
In 1958, my mom came. I went to school mainly out here. I started off at Verde Elementary.
My dad, Verde School, you heard of Verde School? My dad, on the sideline, he was a carpenter. He drew blueprints. And I used to say, Daddy, I want to do that. He said, no, you can't do that. Ladies don't do that. They couldn't draw blueprints. So my dad drew the blueprints for Verde School.
Oh, that's interesting.
And now I have, well, my nieces, nephews, went to Verde School, being a teacher. That was my next profession. I was to be a teacher, and I taught at Maritime's Children's Center there, where I got my teacher's credentials.
In '60, you saw a big change. Beautiful homes. North Richmond had some nice houses. Yeah. I'm talking about real nice houses. These people had worked at the shipyard. These black people had worked at the shipyard. They were proud. They were so proud. They were so proud. Saved their money up, and they had bought homes.
My husband came home. He said, put your clothes on, meet me at the realtor. So I did that, and he bought our home there in North Richmond, 3rd Street. And he said, we got to do one other thing. And I said, what is that? What is that? That's okay, don't worry about it. We had to go to Martinez and do papers. My house could not be sold. Where I'm staying, it have to be in the Webster and Brown family. So that property cannot be sold because it's homestead.
Our house was built from a place that was torn down and built. And a lot of, but they took pride in them. You know, they didn't want to just throw them up because you had a lot of talent from the South, a lot of talent out here, and they, you know, put brick around it and made it really look nice for what they could, because you couldn't get a loan. You couldn't get it a loan at the bank. Black people and poor people, you needed a loan, but they wouldn't let us have one. We wound up when they started selling these houses, that the shipyard people, we wound up building one. In fact, our house was, I was hoping that y'all would have got to see, because I'm so proud of it. Been there, I think 60-some years. I can't move out this house. It's not that I couldn't, but I just didn't want to. We just added on, and I'm just so proud of it, because this is what my love is at. I could have left North Richmond, but I didn't.
When a person say, where are you from? I know I was born in Alabama, but this is my hometown. I like North Richmond.
Janelle can tell you, we had a little program, and remind me of it. And Corrine, this park named after, she was at the city, at this county, and I was at the city. And so we didn't have many children out here.
We had a building, old Masonic Hall, right down from here, about a couple blocks down to the right. They had boys and girls club going in that particular building, and I grew up there. That particular club taught us, though we lived in North Richmond, going to school here in North Richmond, what you would say, like, you go the way to college, then you come back and put back to your neighborhood and build your neighborhood.
Lucy Brown, I was going to the neighborhood house when she was around with Lucy and Laura Hunter and all them. So, and I thought that was good for me. And then when my children was coming up, I would send them to the neighborhood house. They offered different little programs for the kids.
They used to, at one time, had Lost Delta, that was a community housing, and they had youth programs. At one time, quite a few youth programs here in North Richmond. We don't have that no more. I don't see it.
Here, you know that no meant no and yes meant yes. And it's like having more than one parent. Because if this one see you, they gonna tell it. If this one see you, they gonna tell it. And you in trouble.
So like the community looked out for each other.
Yes. It's, even though they're young, get some of the young kids off the corners, they still got some standing on the corner doing nothing. Find some kind of program to put them in for something so they have something to do.
A club for the youth. We don't have that anymore.
Just because you don't have 10 kids to come down to be interested in the program, I think that if you only save two is better than none. Butch had a grocery store. And then right there next to Butch's store was his sister had a wash house, Lola. And see, on this side of the street there was Barbara, and then Mr. Rowland, he had that space. And on down the road on Grove Street, there was all kinds of clubs down there. Yeah, so we already knew. Right down the street here, there was a grocery store down there. And then at the store, there used to be a man that used to sit back in the back. He sit on a boxcar, and they called him Boxcar Joe. And he'd get up every now and then, and Yeah, so they called him Boxcar Joe. Yeah, but we bought stores and they had so many stores and nightclubs and things out here. Yeah.
It was terrible down there. So they told me not to go. So I didn't want to go because I could see, saw people getting shot, killed, and everything. So, but it was just terrible. But I'm thinking about this. At one time it was horrible, but thank God, and I hope it never returned like this. Because I got 3 children. I don't have a sister, a brother, a cousin, or uncle. I don't have anybody. Everybody's gone. In fact, we had a city and a county. That's why I met Corrine. She was working I got a job for the city, and she was working for the county. But every year, Corrine would find out to give something away, and I was one of her main workers. I come because we didn't have this in the city, giving away. We at Christmas time we would have Santa Claus for the kids, but that was about all. But out here, they came from Oakland, Berkeley, everywhere. Black people live, and then they started bringing the Mexicans and some whites, and then it got to be everybody that if you need it, you come because we make a way for you. And that was a tradition. And then they started giving. She started getting turkeys and just boxes of food, and that's what people need was food. You got a lot of kids. Everybody out here had some kids, and you need kids to feed your family with. So. It was wonderful, and I'm hoping that this don't stop. I'm hoping, and even though I'm 90 years old, I can put some stuff in a bag, to help do what I can do, because I want to keep this tradition going on. Go to college and get all what you can, but I'm saying if you can't go, don't let that stop you.
Go the way to college, but you come back and put back into your neighborhood. Come back. I know the Webster family, the Slocum family did go to college, did move out, but they've moved back into the neighborhood. Prime example, because they have a Slocum. It's right down here where they have a building on Fred Jackson Way with his name on it. And I'm proud of what I do in my community. Attached in the back where I live, I have a duplex, and I only rent to people that's on low income or on Section 8.
I really want to see more houses, schools.
You can work, because the youth can have some pretty good ideas, but I think that they don't want to say anything because they don't want the friend to know that they got some brains up there they're not utilizing. So I think if they work together.
Whatever you can do. If you can go to college, I want you to go to college. I want everybody in here to graduate and send me an invitation because I'm going to be here.
What do I live for? Oh, to see them do better. I got age on me and I'm retired. I can sit back and watch my shows. Hey, I'm all right. I just hope the kids kind of get their act together.
And I'm not ashamed to say where I'm from, because I have been with the best of best. I've been to the highest.
The love, even though it's just me and one or two more, but we hold on to that because we know this love has brought us through. It really has. Love and doing for others like you would have people do for you. Got to put that love in there and come together, come together. Whatever you have. God bless you with that. He'll bless you with something else.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's for our questions.
I'm happy with my life. I'm 83. I'm happy.
All right, y'all. Everyone clap it up for Ms. Bodine.
Okay, good. Thank you very much, lady.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope that I didn't over-talk you, because when I get to talk, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it.